Great day again, awesome students. I am glad to meet you all again. I hope all is well with you. Today's lesson is the continuation of what we have discussed about identifying research problems and asking questions. But before that, let us have a short recap of what we have discussed last time. Do you have it in your mind? I hope so. Last discussion, we have talked about the format in constructing or writing an introduction. Again, it is the application of the 3 rhetorical moves by Suarez 1919. These are the following. First part, it is the argument or your claims, where you need to discuss the rationale, background of your study, and the statement of the problem. For the second part, this is a discussion of the variable. What is the variable in your study? Introduce it here with providing sufficient explanation. Third and fourth part, this is the related literature that supports and contradicts your discussed variable. Provide sufficient information about the variable that will not just support but contradict it also. Fifth part, this is the research gap. Claim something is wrong on the previous studies. That's why it is so important to read many related studies regarding your research. It will help you to identify the research gap. On the sixth part, it is the related literature that will emphasize your research gap. This is the part where you will highlight the research gap by providing related literature. On the seventh part, this is the goal or the purpose in your research. This section discusses the aims and objectives of your research. And lastly, related literature that supports your goal. Do not forget to cite properly in all of the information that you will include in your introduction. Now, let us proceed on the second part of this module. It is all about the theoretical framework. This part is needed to prove that your study is grounded into a specific theory. But first, let us define it. Theoretical framework is the springboard of the topic. It provides the general information from theories that embodies the findings and investigations related to your research topic. You may be asking how to construct theoretical framework or what are the steps on how are you going to construct. Here are the simplest steps or ways to write the theoretical framework. Let's discuss each with example. On the first step, you need to introduce the theory, proponent, and the year. I'm sure as you research relevant information that will support your study, there are many theories that is available. From those theories, evaluate each. Then, choose the theory that best supports your study. Introduce it. Here is the example. As you notice, the theory and who is the proponent of the theory and the year was stated. Second step, you need to discuss the theory you have stated briefly. Make sure It is short and concise, but the needed explanation or information must be there. As what we have here in the example. Third, after discussing it briefly, state the part which best support your study. I know there are so many statements that really supports your study. Just choose the best part. You don't need to include it all. Here is the example. And lastly, elaborate this theory supports your study. Explain how it supports your study. Here is the example. You can look it again on the module 2 of this topic for you to review all of the example on each steps. I'm sure you can now proceed writing your introduction. But these are the practical tips you need to remember. First, it should be relatively brief. Most of journals recommend less than 500 words. Second, avoid repetition. Do not repeat the abstract in the introduction and introduction in the discussion. Third, do not go into an extensive literature review. 2 to 4 most relevant and recent citations should be adequate to corroborate a statement. Fourth, do not repeat well-known facts nor state the obvious. And lastly, it also may use different sentences. First one, justification and motivation of the study use present tense. Again, it uses present tense. Here is the example. Next, the review of literature uses past tense or in present perfect tense if it is common knowledge. Okay? And lastly, the objective is written in past tense. Happy writing! Thank you for watching and God bless you.
Happy learning at home with lessons made easy by Olivarian GoTeach. One proud Olivarian.